What up with it, your boy Q Natural, and man, what a beautiful day. FCC filings have been dropped for the MPC Live 3. I know you guys may have seen other videos speaking on it, but I just wanted to go ahead and follow up on the video that I did previously for my audience as well, just in case you might have missed it. But the MPC Live 3 is official. We got the FCC filings that have been revealed to us, and now we can see some official photos. Let's go ahead and dive in here, man. Internal photos. Let's start there. Let's start light. So, like a little SATA drive right here, and these are pretty good quality. There's a screen right there, roughly the same size. A lot of internals. I know people are probably doing some breakdowns, but you know, we're just going through that real quick and seeing what we got. Things that I just happened to notice. Got some more internal photos. Now with this, what I noticed was the battery. So we zoom in on this battery, 2,750 milliamps. Now I don't know if this is just a test battery or if this is what's going to actually come in the MPC Live 3. Does anyone know what the milliamp hour rating of the MPC Live 2 is? I tried to do a little Google search and I couldn't find anything definitive about the rated capacity. I did see aftermarket batteries that you could get, or replacement batteries that said 3,350 milliamp hours if I'm not mistaken, which is a nice chunk bigger than this guy. You know what I mean? So I would hope they wouldn't reduce the battery size. I know they got the new processor with the NPU for AI, possibly, generative chords in MPC. So keep an eye out for that in case you didn't hear it anywhere. I'm a little tech nerd, you know what I'm saying? I do computer science for my profession. So I got a little knowledge in that game, but if you ain't hear it nowhere else first, possibly they could do some stuff kind of like FL Studio got, where it can generate some chords and generate some other stuff for you in there. Nonetheless, back to the battery, I would hope that they wouldn't make it smaller unless the new processing is just that much more efficient. But it's supposed to be 4 times more powerful processing, 4 times as much RAM, and I think it has an active fan in here as well. And with that, I'm just not convinced that a smaller battery would be better. But once again, I don't know what the official MPC Live 2 battery capacity was, so if you know that, put it down in the comment section below for your boy, because I'm very interested. But nonetheless, we got the battery there, you know, the antenna, some other pieces, and this is another big piece right here. I know some people didn't like the outer white lines on the pads themselves, but look at these cutouts. Each one of the pads now has 4 individual sensors for the expression. Man, that is about to be fire, dog. So there's 3D touches, they're calling it. Fire. And I think there's another picture in here. Boom, there we go. So you see right there, 4 individual sensors per pad. What I'm personally going to use it for, of course, if you can slide your finger up and down and, you know, make BSTs and different instruments bend, that's crazy. Per pad, that's crazy. And you might be able to do some cool stuff with samples. You know, maybe you could slide your finger up and down to speed up or slow down the sample, or have a filter on an individual pad that you can play with. I mean, there's so many possibilities. But the first thing I thought about, which honestly don't sound as cool as any of what I just said, is having different velocities per individual sensor. So 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. So that, you know, normally it's going to be on this pad here. Our hi-hats, well, I guess it's upside down, so technically it would be this P03 right here. But nonetheless, you get the point. If I had different velocity options per pad, then you could set this up and you can get some dope grooves with your kicks and with your hi-hats, etc., and be more precise about it. That way, you know, you're not trying to completely do it by feel. I still want the option to be there. So if you just want to do it 100% by feel, you should have the option and ability to do that. But if you know you want to juggle between, you know, specific velocities, that would be so fire if you could set it up that way and you could tap on an individual pad and create a nice groove. So like, you know, I don't even know if you hear that clip, but you know, 100% down to 50%. So if you could just tap pop boom, pop boom, pop boom, pop boom to get that, you know, that specific groove that you're looking for, that'll be crazy, dog. That'll be crazy. That'll be a complete dub right there. I'm not gonna lie, that's fire. Now to the big shebang, external photos. There she is. Speculation is over. It is real. 100%. Now, some people said they like the way it look here a little bit better because it doesn't have the actual MPC lit up for the advertisement. You know, normally they have different colors loaded up here, and a lot of people, you know, had different things to say about it, and I understand, you know. But right here, some people said they feel like it looks a little better here than what they previously saw. We got the touchpad right here, which should or touch strip rather. And then what's this? What is this right here? Anybody got any idea what this little strip right here is? This, you know, is this going to be lit up? Is this going to give us, you know, some feedback or some information in regards to what we hitting here? Or is this its own thing? Are these two different variations of like touch strips? You know, what's going on here? What's the deal with this little outline right here? That I'm curious about that. I didn't really notice that before, but now I do. Microphone is verified. Step sequencer clearly right there. A lot of buttons going on as we thought. Let's scroll down. Now it's a little bit clearer. Drum sequence, something sequence, step edit. What is that? Note launch, maybe? Last step automation, clip launch, something else launch, track select, track arm, track mute, pad mute, next sequence, Q-link pad, maybe? Visuals, edit actions, follow lock. So we can see a little bit more clear. You know, I'm sure somebody's probably gone in and enhanced this and done some things to make it look clear. But, you know, it like we're gonna have a lot of control with the buttons. You know what I mean? Screen about the same size here. Now the next picture, let's zoom on out a little bit. As we already knew, that is a healthy girl, bigger than the MPC Live 2 based on the dimensions that have been put out there. And hopefully with the extra bulk that we got, I mean, I'm with everybody on that one. I didn't want a bigger machine, but with that, hopefully we get some more benefits in terms of the speakers, the monitors. Hopefully they do sound better. They sound pretty decent now, but you know, I'm always for an improvement there. Obviously there's a lot more hardware going on inside of this bad boy, so it's you know, it is what it is. We got to eat that. Red bottom, if I'm not mistaken, Akai means red in Japanese, so makes sense why we have red on there. Black and red is my favorite color combination, so I ain't got no issue with the red on here personally, but I know some people are not a fan. They say it makes it look like a toy. For me, I think it's fire versus a all black machine, but that's my personal taste completely. Now let's get to the back. Now it's gonna get interesting. The front is already probably the most interesting, but let's zoom in here. Let's see what's going on. Headphones normal, speaker on and off normal. Got our master and our additional outputs here, and bang, combo jacks confirmed. Absolutely fire. I would think it would have to be phantom power, but maybe not. Who knows? We shall see. But if it is phantom power, the ability to plug in condenser mics and dynamic mics in here, oh, come on, dog. That's a W right there. That's a hard W right there. And if not, it'll still be cool to have the ability to plug in dynamic mics. But I just feel like they put this on here, they gonna have phantom power. We'll see. But as of right now, that's a W as far as I'm concerned. Got our phono inputs. I use those every now and then, but not too often. CV gate inputs right here, MIDI out and in, SD card slot, that's all the usual. USB right here, and USB-C. Now there's a little punch right here. Hopefully that hole is going to be utilized as some kind of latching mechanism, so that if you got a USB-C cord plugged in, it don't get yanked out immediately. What we don't know, or what I don't know at least, is this going to be capable of charging this bad boy? I think it's probably just going to be high quality audio and data input and output via USB-C. But if we can charge it, oh my God, that'll be fire. Plug in your laptop, plug in your phone with the cord, plug in your MPC Live 3. Now you're probably going to have a big old strong cord and a power brick in order to properly charge this bad boy, which a lot of people do, including myself. But it's still the ability to have just one nice brick and cord, and you ain't got to bring along an extra cord via the normal charger method right here. You know what I mean? If it ain't a charging port, that's cool, no big deal. it'll still be dope to have for as far as the input and output for data, fast streaming data, and audio. So that'll still be dope. So those are our new pieces right there, confirmed. XLR jack and combo jacks, excuse me, because you can still do the line input and the USB-C right there. And then the back, all we got is the accessory adapter, the usual. And then boom, that's it. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this joint down in the comment section below. The speculation is over. It is real. It is here. Only thing we don't know is the release date. A lot of people thought it was going to be yesterday on the 23rd. Nothing dropped, not a note. I tried to go to Guitar Center, try to get somebody to, hey man, like, y'all got MPC Live 3s here, you know what I'm saying? Whether they was actually going to tell me or not, I still tried it. I ain't gonna lie, I tried it. And they said, oh man, let me look in the system. Nah, we ain't got that, but we got the Key 61. We got this and we got that. I'm like, all right, bro. You might not really know nothing, because I'd rather you just be like, I can't really tell you nothing about that. I'd rather you say that, brother. But anyway, Sweetwater, I checked in different places, so I ain't seen no announcement yet. I'm sure it'll be pretty big news. We'll all know about it at the same time. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this joint down in the comment section below. Speculation is over. Till next time, peace.